we're gonna do a thing. So we're gonna talk today about the currency of heaven. What is it? Unspendable currency. And then how to get more of it. All right. I want you to interject. I want you, like, we just had this really long conversation. I want you to ask questions. I want you to, like, bring up points that you think of, because it makes it makes it more fun.
I'll try to think of some stuff.
No pressure. Okay. So at this point, what's the currency of heaven to you? What's your ideas right now?
That's in heaven, not
of heaven. Currency of heaven.
Not of it. Okay. So what we can have here on earth that we can, currency of heaven. Well, as we were talking, the gifts of the Spirit, things that God had, that He is, our currency is what that God gives us, that we can spend on giving to others.
Okay. Like
we were talking hospitality.
Like hospitality?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or sometimes maybe it might be financially. Maybe God blesses you, and then you can turn around and you can spend that on others or on ministries. I mean, there's just different.
Yeah, actually you're brushing around it, what it is. If you remember, there is a verse where Jesus is talking, and he says, and one of the scribes or Pharisees asked Jesus, should we pay taxes? And he said, show me a Roman coin.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, whose inscription? He holds it up. Whose inscription is on the coin?
Yeah.
And it's Caesar's. And he says, give to Caesar what is Caesar's, and to God's what is God's. What is the defining characteristic of all currency? And he mentions it. It bears the image of the ruler.
Mm. Yeah.
And in Genesis, he says, let us make man in our image. So we bear the image of our Creator.
Yeah.
So what's the currency of heaven?
It'd be us.
It's us. In which you were dancing around the point. You were dancing around this idea that the currency of heaven is people.
Yeah.
Like, we take the gifts God gives us and we use it for others.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. So then, if we know what the currency of heaven is, that it's us, what makes you spendable? I think. Go ahead.
No, that's good. I'm just trying to think how to. Yeah, go ahead with your thought there too.
A better way to start this might actually be look at it from the other way. What makes you unspendable?
Having rotten attitudes. But unspendable, I mean, you can't really put it like today, because currency is currency, and what makes it unspendable is if they take it out of circulation.
Yeah, why would God take you out of circulation?
Because you reach the end of your...
You're not useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, not being used or...
Yeah. So what makes you not useful? There's really just one word.
What?
There's really just one word that makes you not useful.
Self? Oh.
Just fear.
Fear
makes you not useful. What did, you think of Jonah. And even he, God kind of forced him to do what he wanted. Well, but he went kicking and screaming the whole way.
Yeah.
And even at the end of it, you don't hear about Jonah ever again.
Yeah.
Ever again. But fear has to do with what? Like, if I ask you, what, if you didn't worry about money, and you didn't worry about time or resources or your ability, you had no inhibitions, what would you do?
Look for opportunities to bless others. I mean, if I had no restrictions on money, especially, I would look for opportunities to give. I know I always had the thought, if I were to win the lottery, which I don't play, but if you were to win, and you would never have to worry about money again, what would I do with that kind of money? Because shoot, I wouldn't need, you would just need what you need to live on. You don't need, expensive stuff. And I always thought it would be fun to I know Dad and I had talked about this when he was living, that, we'd buy a little small motorhome just so we could get from point to point, and then you go on Sundays, you going to visit a church that especially a smaller church, or, it just depends which area you're in, and just maybe bless that church, leave money with them. Or find out somebody has a need, you just give it without them knowing that it's you giving. To me, I always thought that'd be so much fun, just to have to go into an area or go and or hear of a place, a ministry that needed something, and just bless them. Don't just come in and say, "Oh, I'm giving you this check."
Right.
No, you do it kind of. If they find out who you are, that's fine. If not,
right.
You just to meet the needs of others.
You have a passion for just blessing people.
Yeah.
And stepping in there and actually making a difference.
Yeah. Just let God get the glory, because they don't have to know that it'd be me.
So can I challenge you a little bit?
Yeah.
So on the front end of this, you said, what if I won the lottery?
Yeah.
So this is not a kind way of saying it, but I don't know how to say it also. What makes somebody a criminal?
Taking what's not theirs, or doing something against people. I mean, things against the word of God. But a criminal, like somebody went in stealing, robbing a bank, or stealing something, or causing pain for others, causing.
They want something, and so instead of working for it, they go take it.
Yeah.
So what makes somebody a criminal is the desire without the effort.
Yeah.
And this is how most Christians think. They don't know that they're thinking this way. They've never thought about it in these terms. It's not their fault. They think, if I won the lottery, which I would do this desire. But so they want the desire without the work.
Yeah.
Which makes you a criminal. So how can you, if you had no inhibitions and like you found a way to create your own resources, what would you create that would enable you to do that? Because now you're stepping in to let me be a productive citizen and move through society in a productive way.
Yeah.
What would you create so that you could do that desire? Nothing standing in your way. It will 100% work.
I don't know.
Okay, we're going to pretend you know.
Okay, pretend I know.
Okay, now we step back into, like, imagine that you have created something that allows you to pursue that desire, like your passion and the heart you have for other people. I want you to step back into this moment and ask, why can't I do that? What am I afraid of?
Because if you have everything you need at your disposal, what would keep from doing it? Again, just the fear of, I go back to the fear, even though you know you have it, sometimes you still have the. But how would I go? Yeah. Makes me have to stop and think here.
Yeah, that's what we like. This is Lydia loves this. Make people think about their life.
I don't know, because I say, I try to do what I have those desires, even though I know I'm limited.
Yeah, you can do that desire on a micro scale.
Yeah.
You can't quite do it on the macro scale that you'd like.
Yeah.
Because you lack the resources.
Yeah.
But somehow that dream exists.
Yeah.
That desire still exists.
Yeah.
And the word says, those who fear the Lord, He'll grant you the desires of your heart.
Yeah.
So who does the desire come from?
God.
God. So He put that on your heart to have that desire, which would also mean if the desire comes from God, is there a way to get it? Does He have a way to get it?
Yeah.
Yes. So if you can step into your moment right now and go, there is a path. God has one.
Yeah.
What keeps you? What fear says, no, God, I'm not doing it?
Maybe that there's really no right or wrong way of doing it. That's not a hindrance. I don't know.
We could back up even farther, I suppose. What do you think you'd have to do to get it? Or even a better question, how much resources would you have to do to give at the level of which you're describing? How much money would you have to make? You mentioned the lottery. There was a number there.
Well, I mean, you're just thinking millions of dollars.
Millions.
Yeah.
So you're thinking millions of dollars. Okay. Let's start with just one. And I'll tell you, $1 million is not a lot of money.
No, it's not.
Like
more.
It's not a lot of money. So, because you see people all the time who don't know how to manage money at all, and they, because of this they have this like imposter identity that says, I don't deserve this, because they got it without working for it, and so now they're like, I'm a criminal.
Yeah.
And so they get rid of it.
Yeah.
And they blow their $1 million.
Yeah.
$1 million does not go very far.
No. No, you'd have to take part of it, have to invest part of it. I mean,
Yeah.
And this, so much of it, see, so much of it you'd go to.
Yeah, so now you have a number that you're like, that's impossible.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I don't even know how to get there.
Yeah.
And we can dance around this. But really, there is a plan.
Yeah.
There is it goes back to the story of Elisha with the widow and the oil.
Yeah.
He said, "What do you have in the house?" And you take those two things and you plot a course from what do you have in the house to millions of dollars.
Yeah.
But you have to start. What do you have in the house?
Yeah.
And fear gets in the way of that.
Yeah.
But fear is what makes us unspendable.
Yeah. Well, then I think part of it, the fear is, especially at my age now.
Yeah.
That's the biggest fear and blockage, that I don't have the the strength or the finances or the ability to do.
I think the fact that you have that dream means you have the ability.
Yeah.
Ability and skill are not the same thing.
Yeah.
Ability is more like, I'd liken it more to potential.
Yeah.
If you have the dream, you have the potential to get it. You do not have the skill yet.
Yeah.
Skill can be acquired.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, get knowledge, get wisdom, which is skill.
Yeah.
That's what the word wisdom in Proverbs means. It doesn't mean just like we think of wisdom as in a spiritual sense. It doesn't mean just that. It means skill.
Yeah.
As in acquire a skill. So the fact that you have the dream means you have the potential to get it. So then you talked about your age. Break that fear for me. Do it. Like, prove to yourself it's not true.
I don't know, 'cause to me it's just like I say, I go, man, if I was 30 years younger, and if I had things open up, but back in my 30s, I still had the.
If I would.
Yeah.
You still said something similar? Is that what you're saying?
So I would have said, if I could, I have to work, I work to, and all the money, everything goes to pay bills, everything goes to do this, you can't put so much, and you tithe and you do what you can and you give where you can, but you still have obligation, you still have to pay your bills, you still have to.
Yeah, you had all these excuses.
Yeah.
For this.
Yeah.
For fear.
Yeah.
Like, they were just different. They were just slightly different. Now you have your age as one.
Yeah.
Is it reasonable to assume that if other people have done it, you can do it too?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then I look and say, but I'm not that person.
Okay, are you stupider than they are?
No, but they, maybe they worked at where they have the financial abilities because they were able to put more back, where they could just now just kind of.
And what does the Bible says about the weak?
That they're strong in Him.
God uses the weak to confound the wisdom of the strong. That's what He says.
Yeah.
And even, how old was Moses when he went to go save his people?
80.
Are you 80?
Almost. No.
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 And he served his people to his dying breath.
Mm-hmm.
But because of fear, you're going to come up with another excuse.
Yeah.
And and it makes you unspendable. Fear is what makes people unspendable.
Yeah.
So if I were to okay, I'm not actually going to get to that part yet. I have Like, you could sit with God with this.
Yeah. I have to.
And he would, if you are willing to become subject to your assignment before you know what your assignment is, he will take all that away.
Yeah. I think my problem is I don't think big enough, because to me it's just kind of, hey, as long as if I've got things met,
Yeah.
you know, I don't worry about
Right.
big stuff. I mean, you know, as long as, you know, especially finances, you know, I've got enough to live on. I've got enough to bless people, you know, and you know, maybe
Yeah.
I'm simple, because I just kind of,
You don't need a lot.
Yeah, I don't need a lot to live on. I just kind of,
yeah, it's fine. And you know what? You know all those people who you described who are like, I want to step into their life and bless them?
Yeah.
They need you.
Yeah.
And yet you're over here saying, I don't need very much.
Yeah.
It's not about you.
Yeah.
It's not about you. God has a people for you to serve.
Yeah.
Your small dreaming makes you unspendable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then the other side of that is like, so what is the formula to becoming spendable? And I thought about this for a bit. And what do you know? The Bible has a formula.
It does, huh?
Wild that he would have a formula. And it's in 2 Peter, chapter 1, verse 5. For this very reason, make every effort to supplement your faith with virtue, and virtue with knowledge, and knowledge with self-control, and self-control with steadfastness, and steadfastness with godliness, and godliness with brotherly affection, and brotherly affection with love. For if these qualities are yours and are increasing, they keep you from being ineffective or unfruitful in the knowledge of our Lord Jesus Christ. That's the formula.
Yeah.
Now what we're going to do is look at all the words. I look at them all in the Greek.
Yeah.
What do you think is the first important verse? First important word in this sentence. In verse 5. What's the very first important word?
Give all diligence.
Make every effort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. That is very much the very first important word in this sentence is make every effort. Because you know what that means in the Greek? It's effort. It means pretty much along the same lines of obsession. It means fire. Zeal.
Yeah.
Zeal is a better word. I like that word better. It means zeal. So the very first thing he's saying you need is zeal and obsession. I cannot think of very many Christians who are zealous for the Lord. Or zealous about anything.
Yeah.
They're not zealous about anything. And I think that's important. I do not think that every single person is called to be Billy Graham.
No.
And he is very zealous for the Lord.
Yeah.
Like, the story I heard was that he promised God that he would never go to bed without telling somebody about the Lord. And one night, he laid in bed and went, I haven't told anybody about the Lord. He jumped out of bed, ran down the street, and to find somebody to say, have you met Jesus? That's zealous for the Lord. Yeah. I have never met a Christian like that. But I think I also think I have never met a Christian, and like, what are you obsessed about?
Mm-hmm.
I do not think that everybody is supposed to be Billy Graham.
Yeah.
If you can find something to become obsessed about, to be zealous about, it still counts.
Yeah.
Because the earth gives heaven expression, and heaven gives earth meaning. So anything that you learn
Mm-hmm.
in this earth teaches you about God. You always hear of these like preachers saying like, bring God into your work, bring God into the school.
Yeah.
That is literally the dumbest thing I have ever heard. But now I know why. He's already there.
Yeah.
It's like this. This is what they're telling you to do. Imagine my hubby is in the house,
Mm-hmm.
and I think to myself, he's not in the house. I have to go get him and bring him into the house. And so I go out looking for him to bring him into the house. Do I ever find him?
No.
Nope. No way. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
You do not need to bring God into work. You do not need to bring God in the school. He is already there.
Yeah.
And if you think with that way, you will miss him. Yeah, that's good. So your obsession, this zeal part, doesn't have to be Billy Graham. It can be anything. It's this excellence that we were talking about.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that it means, zeal and excellence. Yeah, it's a good word. Yeah. It's this excellence that whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. Obsession, zeal, excellence. That's the part of this word. That's step one. Do you have that?
I don't know. Would it be more than just a passion? I don't know. I mean,
I see what you're struggling with. You can take a passion and it's not obsession.
Yeah.
Because, and I know the reason why. It's because you have never taken your passion and tied it to your desires. Remember that, like, I need to serve these people and help them. You've never taken your passion and tied it to them. That's why you don't have obsession.
Yeah.
Because all you're thinking of, this is just for me. It's not just for you.
Yeah.
He wants you to become obsessed with it so that he can spend you on other people. Because if it's just for you, it's not an obsession. It's not zealousness. It's just a passion. It's just a hobby at that point.
Yeah.
So the second word in there is virtue. And I had to practice my drawing skills. Virtue. Yeah, we're going to get so good at this. Okay. Okay. Virtue. Virtue. What do you think virtue means? Oh, I had that wrong.
I'm not sure. I never really thought about virtue.
Virtue means moral goodness, and actually, it does mean excellence. I had that wrong. Excellence doesn't go with zeal. Excellence goes with virtue.
Oh, okay.
See, I don't have my notes with me. I'm remembering this. So moral goodness and excellence go with virtue. So first you need zeal. And then you need to become obsessed about something.
Mm-hmm.
And then you need to decide, I am going to be excellent at it and have moral goodness around it. It's like when two words in the Bible have the same meaning,
Mm-hmm.
like moral goodness also equals excellence. They are intricately connected.
Yeah.
And so they just go together. As in, if you have, or in your purpose, if you say you own a business, if you have not decided you want to be an upstanding citizen and fully upright, like moral goodness, like what we normally think of as moral goodness, you are obviously not excellent.
Yeah.
But excellence also has a further meaning of, I'm going to be the best.
Yeah.
I'm going to have big dreams. Really. I'm gonna be the best in my field, in this area. Does that bring any questions to mind? Any thoughts to mind?
Not really. I mean, that's good.
Yeah, we've talked about it a few times.
Yeah.
Just excellence in general. And then knowledge. That's the next one, is knowledge. In the Greek, it's not book reading, actually.
No, there's a lot more to knowledge than...
It's applied knowledge. It's firsthand experience knowledge. So you are to gain the knowledge and apply it. That's what that word is. There is a difference between knowing the rules of a game and playing the game.
Yeah.
Very, very different. So firsthand knowledge is what this is. Next one is self-control. Self-control So self-control has an interesting thing. It's a fruit of the Spirit.
Yeah.
And when I was looking at this, I like my Bible Hub because it says things that like a strict definition wouldn't give. It said it comes from within you, but not by you. So I think it's interesting that it comes after knowledge. Like, almost as though you can't have self-control without applied knowledge.
Yeah.
It's like And I think part of that is because when you gain knowledge about something, you're surrounding yourself with it. And so you also surround yourself with the people who have knowledge about the thing you're doing, and you take on their characteristics.
Yeah.
It's a catching it, and it doesn't. You learn to think how they think. Because when you get obsessed about something, you consume all the content you can, and what you are also consuming is how these people think. And I think that comes out after knowledge, after you apply what they tell you to do. It comes out as self-control.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. And then steadfastness, isn't it? Yeah.
A perseverance.
Yes, or perseverance. So steadfastness has remain under trial. So we draw a tree because a tree has to weather all storms in order to grow big and beautiful. Steadfast is weather all storms. This literally is the exact pattern for how to grow a business. Like, it happens in this order. It really does. And I think it's important because he says to this add, and then add this, and then add this. He very much says supplement with virtue, and with virtue knowledge. It's a very then do this, and then do this, and then do this. This is my experience with starting a business, that it follows this exact form.
Yeah.
And what's fascinating about that is the next one. Because after steadfastness comes godliness. Why wouldn't godliness come first?
Yeah.
Isn't that a good question? Why wouldn't godliness come first?
I don't know. Why doesn't it come first? Just kind of.
Because unless your faith is stretched, you cannot be godly. How much faith does it take? Like, what seed does he plant inside us? It's faith.
Yeah.
If your faith never grows, you can't be godly. All of this, like you get to this part and you're like, so this is how this works. You start a business and you're like, I am obsessed.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, I'm going to be the best. And this is how I see that I'm going to be the best. And I'm going to work at being the best. And so you start collecting knowledge and you start applying it. And then the self-control comes in here of like being diligent, just doing it every single day. And these are the laws I need to follow in order to get what I want. And then you get trials. And you're like, this isn't working. And you're like, and you're a seed in the dark, wondering if you'll ever see the light of day.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where godliness happens. When you don't think it's working and everything is going the wrong way. And, and you feel invisible.
Yeah.
Because when you don't feel it working, that's where godliness happens. And then the last one, and this is fascinating that this is last. Brotherly affection. We're called, so this is, brotherly affection is affection of believers. So like this isn't just like random Joe Blow affection. This is affection of believers. And it's fascinating to me that it's last because the first commandment is love your, like one of the like pillars of the commandments is loves your neighbor as yourself.
Yeah.
Like, why is it last?
Because until you can learn to love yourself, to love, you can't really love others until you can learn to, you've put up these other things in practice to know who you are.
Yeah.
To show true love towards your
brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
because it says, love your brother as yourself. Well, if you don't love yourself or don't know yourself, then how can you know how to show love or, brother, the kindness or the love to others?
Yeah. I've always told myself I don't like people.
Yeah.
And we will not sit there and unpack that, but it's not something I need to fix.
Yeah.
It's something God needs to fix.
Yeah.
And as I find, the more you increase in this pattern, the more of this you have.
Yeah.
And I would say that my experience says that this is a cycle. It's a cyclical thing. So you have a little bit already. He says so.
Mm-hmm.
He says you have all of these things. It's one of my definitions says it's two words that are different, slightly different.
Yeah.
So it says to virtue, you pursue virtue, and then you and then you add to your virtue.
Right.
So it's the ownership of one and the pursuit of the other. But it's the same word. So you add to what you already have. And so this is a cyclical thing. Every time you start the pattern over again, you gain more. So it doesn't matter if you're just starting or you feel like you've gained a lot. This will still be the pattern.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again. You'll increase in righteousness and godliness and increase in brotherly love. There is no cap to it. Once you get to the end, it doesn't just stop. There is no, I have arrived. No, you'll just start at the beginning and gain more.
Always growing.
Yeah. So this is like a litmus test. Where am I on this thing? And if you look at this and go, I don't even have zeal, how do I fix that? There's really only one solution. Because at this point, I shouldn't say there's only one solution. That's not going to be true. But I have been looking a lot this last week about this word, connection. Because it seems that connection will pull you to where you want to go.
Yeah.
Like, Krista has a friend who they did drugs with when they were growing up. Krista got saved, had a kid and got saved. Her friend has kids, never got saved, and still did drugs. And I met her a year ago, and you ain't right. You just don't feel okay.
Yeah.
And I met her again a couple weeks ago, and I looked at her and I'm like, you are very different. Krista has been taking her to work every single day and reading the Bible to her every single day. And you can say that the Bible did that. Sure it did. But what's the currency of heaven? People.
Yeah.
Krista did that. God spent Krista on Amanda.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah. And I have been doing this whole, people need me.
Yeah.
My whole life. Not my whole life, obviously. But, for some reason, there's always a person who's like, you're not okay. And they just kind of gravitate towards you. They just, it's like you lock eyes across the room and you're like, come here. and these little proteges me and my sister have had since high school. We take them to coffee. We have conversations. It's just like maybe my last one, we met like once a month. And it's just connection.
Yeah.
And then they stop needing us. And then they go their own way. And that's fine.
Yeah.
So this connection piece is also true at every single level. If you are in prison, the solution is not to put you with a bunch of broken people who are also, like, they have no ability to fix themselves.
Yeah.
The solution is to put you in a Bible study. Like, the one person I was listening to said this little old lady did a Bible study in a state prison or some federal, maybe it's a federal prison. Anyway, really bad people.
Yeah.
She's 78. She did a Bible study, and she got the two leaders who were fighting this whole time to request to be transferred to different prisons so that they could spread the word of Jesus. And you're like, there's more to that story. It's from Jamie Winship. He told that story. Not that you know who that is, but anyway. So connection is the solution for them. And even if you're a millionaire and you're like, I'm hitting a ceiling and I don't know why. The solution, go find a mentor. That's connection.
Yeah.
Because they'll pull you where you want to go. So wherever you want to go, just ask God for his currency.
Yeah.
Ask God, Lord, I need a person. I need a person. Can you spend somebody on me? That's his currency.
Very good.
Yeah. That's all I got.
That's all you got. It's good.
Yeah. Any thoughts?
Oh, not really. Just and just like a bank, you need to take that currency and build it up. I mean, you need to. Well, I'm thinking, like,
Yeah.
people, you need to bring more people into.
Yeah.
You know.
I laughed so hard when I heard this because I went, interesting. I'm helping people with their health.
Yeah.
Like, they think they're coming to me because they want to lose weight. And I'm actually making them spendable.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the Lord will find favor with me. I am bringing more currency to him.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I'm, thinking. As we, we're bringing that currency back. Make that deposit into the bank of heaven. So.
Yeah. Make people spendable.
Pretty good.
Shut this off.